Greetings, my friends out there. I've got myself a mossy green agate, all dopped and ready to be turned into a cabochon. I haven't made a cabochon in several weeks. I thought it might be fun to put this one to the machine and get it nice and shiny. As you can see, there's this little sort of fracture here at this end. That might create a problem. I'll see if I can work around that. Otherwise, I plan on getting this started, going through all the different wheels, starting with the 80 grit all the way up to a cerium oxide belt. And when it's done, hopefully we'll have a beautiful cabochon. Okay, let's get started with this 80 grit wheel. Let's shape this stone. I like to start at a 45-degree angle, go to each side and start grinding it down, slowly building the dome. This takes me several minutes to get through this wheel. Between each wheel, it's very important to dry the stone. I use this blower. That way I can inspect it, look for any imperfections. As you can see, this one is not shiny at all, but the shape looks pretty good. Next up is this 220 grit wheel. I use this to get that dome nice and round. Make sure all the big scratches are gone. And I also use this wheel to start fine-tuning the shape of the edges. This part's very important as well. Make this girdle look just right. It's time to dry the stone again. Let's see how it looks after the 220 grit. Well, the shape is nice, but of course there's still no shine at all. Moving on to the 280 grit soft diamond wheel. This will get rid of any faceting and also take care of any scratches that may be there from the 220 grit wheel. Let's dry it off. See how it looks. After 280 grit, well, still no shine, but I like the shape. I think it's turning out nice. Next up is this 600 grit soft diamond wheel. This is where the polishing really begins. Let's get it dried off and take a look at it. I wonder if there's going to be any shine. Well, not a lot of shine, but you can start to see a little bit of a polish come through. That's a good sign. We're ready for the 1200 grit soft wheel. This is normally where we start to see a good shine. Fingers crossed. Time to dry it off and start looking for that shine. It's usually at 1200 grit we can start to see a good shine. It's nice and dry. How's it going to look? I like that. My shop lights are reflecting nicely. I think we're going to get a good shine out of this stone. Now we hit the last wheel on the cabbing machine, the 3000 grit soft diamond wheel. We should get a good polish off of this. All right, are we going to maintain this wet look? Let's see. Oh, I'm liking this. It's completely dry. I think the shine is coming through nicely. What do you think? Even the edges look good. Now let's move on to the wet belt sander. I use two different belts. This first one, it's an 8000 grit diamond belt. Then I put on this belt. This is a cerium belt. This is around 50,000 grit. Let's see how this does. The polishing's done. It's time for the final reveal. Let's get it nice and dry. Okay, it's completely dry now. I think it turned out pretty nice. A good reflection, even on the edges. I like how the shop lights dance around. Now let's take it back inside for a final look. Well, there you have it. There's my mossy green cabochon. I think it turned out pretty nice. What do you think? Not bad for an hour's worth of work on a Sunday afternoon. I like it. I like that detail in there. Thanks so much for watching. I appreciate it. Be sure and check my other videos for more like this. Thanks again.